thankful to PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry for organizing the 116th annual session and inaugural session of Resilient India, which will enable us to share our insights on preparing a blueprint for our economy, which will bring prosperity to our country and which will facilitate the upliftment of masses. We are all living in a global economy where developments in one corner of the world has got impact on the other places as well. In the rapidly changing global economic order, India, on account of its skilled human resources, infrastructure, and economic environment, has an opportunity to emerge as a supply chain hub of Indo-Pacific region. Last 1.5 years have been a period of trial and tribulation for economy all across the globe. However, the grit and resilience of common citizens is enabling the economies to come back on their feet, which is being reflected in the upswing of the stock markets. Today's session will signal robust, sustainable growth and will enable us to come up with a plan of action which will bring smiles and miles of prosperity to the Indian economy. I am delighted to share the dais with the captains of the industry, Shri Sanjeev Puri, CEO and MD ITC Limited, Shri Alok Kirloskar, Managing Director, SPP Pumps Limited, UK, and Head International Business, Kirloskar Brothers Limited, Shri Manish Bhatnagar, Managing Director, SKF India Limited. And I look forward to listening to each one of you. The exchange of viewpoints will enable PhD CCI to have a recommendation and work closely with all the state governments. India has a federal structure of governance, and over the years, states of Indian Union have been encouraged to pursue economic reforms initiatives in their respective states. In India, center and states have a very structured and process-oriented working relationship, and they work together on many nation-building initiatives jointly as Team India. Bureaucracy in India has a huge responsibility, and it has to be nimble and proactive in delivering the growth for our economy, and it needs to adapt to the changed economic circumstances. Cooperative federalism is the nucleus on which center-state relationship is based, and it ensures a flexible relationship between the central and the state governments to work together on a variety of initiatives and programs. India is a resilient nation and is poised to become a 5 trillion economy by 2026. And it aspires to become a $10 trillion economy by 2032 and 33. In our nation's march towards economic prosperity, sustainability, agriculture, food processing, manufacturing, and exports will play a very prominent role. These are growth sectors of Indian economy and landmark policies envisaged by center and states, boosting its overall growth. Combined and cooperative efforts of center and states through path-breaking reforms will be the driver for overall economic growth. Agriculture and food processing industries are closely interlinked and have symbiotic relationship with FMCG industry of India and empowers rural India, that is the real Bharat. It has been due to the efforts of Indian farmer that India has emerged as self-reliant in food production. I would like to state that onus of transforming agriculture and states lies with both center and the states, and combined effort needs to upgrade the agri-infrastructure such as cold storages in India. I urge the government to push creation of world-class infrastructure and high-quality motorable roads, especially in the rural India, which will ensure transportation of agriculture produce across favorable markets in quick time. I would also like to commend Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Shri Nitin Gadkari, for his able leadership, and under his road guidance, if I am correct, the Road Ministry built 13,327 kilometers of highways in the financial year 2021. I would also like to draw attention towards manufacturing and exports and would like to state that exports showcase the pulse of the nation. Exports are integral to nation's aspirations to become a calling card for its vision for superlative growth. It needs to be encouraged if India has to emerge as an engine of growth. A shared vision is needed which will push the growth of our nation to a higher pedestal which will place us amongst the high growth economies of the world. Those states in India have been empowered to come up with policies which will boost the growth of the economy in the above mentioned sector. However, India still needs to have cooperative framework in which efforts are channelized for nation's overall prosperity. I would like to share the roadmap which will facilitate uptick in growth indices of our economy. India has 814 districts. I propose that there should be a central feedback mechanism where development initiatives of all districts can be reviewed. Secondly, exports boost the economic profile of the nation and earn the hard-earned currency for the nation. We as a nation should pull out all stops to support exports and make our industries competitive to compete with the best in the world. If India has to be counted amongst the ranks of the developed nations, then we'll have to invest heavily in technology and modernize its manufacturing industry. We as a nation cannot compromise on best global practices that are being followed all over the globe. We need a blueprint which will make our manufacturing industry amongst the best in the world. I am also thankful to our founders of our nation whose sacrifices have laid foundation of modern Indian state and appreciate the far-sightedness of visionary leaders who wrote our constitution. It is the intent and the provisions of our constitutions which even in this age of rapid transformation is delivering sustained growth of our economy and society. Though there are 30 states in the Union, still we are all drawn to put our efforts towards common enshrined goal of our nation, that is prosperity and progress of our nation, which will realize the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, in making our country a 5 trillion economy by 2026. With this, I would like to end my message. Thank you so much.